Let's talk disappointment. Disappointment is one of those emotions that feels small compared to rage or grief or betrayal, but it can cut just as deep. Why? Because disappointment isn't just about what happened, it's about what you expected to happen and the gap between the two. It's when you thought something was going to work out and it didn't. It's when you believed someone would show up and they didn't. It's when you thought they were going to stand true to their word and they didn't. It's when you thought you were ready, but you actually failed, or you stumbled, or you fell down, right? It's when you thought that you were going to win, but then you lost. Then you failed. And disappointment is the crash between expectation and reality. Here's the thing about disappointment that you need to fully grasp in order to be able to alchemize it. The first thing is it's proof that you actually cared about something. Same as frustration, right? It just shows you that you care, that something means something to you or meant something to you. If you didn't expect anything, if you didn't dream, you wouldn't feel disappointed. So the presence of disappointment actually shows that you dared to want more, to want better, to want something, right? The second thing is disappointment is just feedback. Like every other emotion, it's a sign that something didn't meet your standards or align with your needs. And that's not a reason for you to shut down, it's just an invitation to adjust. It's again another sign, another thing that gives you information on what you need to do better, on what you need to change. The third thing is that the most dangerous response to disappointment isn't just being sad, it's complete resignation. It's saying, well, that's just life. I shouldn't expect too much. That's just life. That's just why it is so hard. That's just how it is. That kind of self-protection builds walls around your potential and it kills your capacity to dream. So, how do you alchemize disappointment? By knowing that. First, you guessed it, you need to name it. Most people suppress disappointment because it feels petty compared to bigger emotions, right? It feels silly. It doesn't feel like that big of a deal, just like frustration. But if you don't name it, it lingers, right? It stays there. It's still there. It's still lurking. So you need to say it out loud. I feel disappointed because I expected X and I didn't get it. Naming it basically breaks that spell that it has over you. Naming it just makes it real. Okay? Which brings me to the second step, which is you need to separate the event from your actual identity. Disappointment just says this didn't work out. But the shame you feel on top of that adds because I'm not good enough. Don't let both of them merge. Okay, don't let it mean anything about you. The fact that something didn't meet your expectations doesn't mean that you were a failure, doesn't mean that you're trash, doesn't mean that you're an idiot, doesn't mean any of the names that you call yourself, right? It doesn't mean anything about you. So you need to separate the thing that happened and the situation from your actual identity, from who you are, because both shouldn't be merging. Right? It shouldn't be this vicious cycle. The third thing is you need to adjust and not abandon. So when something falls short, the easy response is to withdraw completely, to stop trying and to stop expecting and to stop dreaming, right? So you just give up. Instead, what you need to do is just ask yourself what needs to be adjusted here? What do I need to change? What do I need to do better? My approach, my standards, my communication, my whole identity? What is it? Adjust the strategy, not the dream. It's the same with the saying, change the trajectory, not the goal. Just change your path, not the goal itself. Manage your expectations consciously is the next thing you need to do. And this doesn't mean that you need to lower your standards because you're used to that pattern. It means align them with reality. Did you communicate your expectations clearly or did you just assume something? Did you expect an outcome in 2 weeks that realistically takes 6 months? Sometimes disappointment just teaches you patience because we're so addicted to instant gratification that we give up so quickly because we don't get something immediately. When sometimes we just need to practice delayed gratification and teach ourselves some patience. Okay? Be okay with waiting. Be okay with it taking a little longer. Be okay with trying a few times more. The last thing is you need to take that disappointment and use it as fuel. So every disappointment holds information, right? Maybe the disappointment is redirecting you. Maybe it's revealing where you have been settling for less. Maybe it's preparing you for something greater. Maybe it's just showing you where you need to do better, where you need to be better. Instead of shrinking yourself and bashing yourself, again, remove your identity from it. Let it sharpen your vision. Let it strengthen your vision. Let it strengthen who you are. Let it make you a better person. Because the danger of lingering disappointment, let me tell you, if you don't process it, disappointment can turn into actual cynicism. That energy of why bother? It's never going to work anyway. That is so dangerous. From there, you stop giving life your full effort. You just gave up. You stop showing up fully in your relationships. You don't care anymore. You stop trusting opportunities because you think it's not going to work out anyways. And guess what? You're right. Because whether you choose to believe it or not, you're right. Whether you think it's going to work or it won't work, you're right. Either way, whatever you believe becomes your reality. Whatever your thoughts are becomes your reality. Whatever you turn into becomes your reality. But it also can turn into bitterness, where you punish people in your present for what someone in your past failed to do, right? It most of the time happens in romantic relationships, but you won't believe how much we actually do this in our friendships, to strangers, to our family, to ourselves. And it can even calcify into and turn into perfectionism, right? Perfectionism is not necessarily a positive thing, where you raise your expectations so high that nothing ever feels enough. So you're always disappointed. You're always setting yourself up for failure. Perfectionism is different from striving for excellence, right? Wanting to do something excellent, being great at something. That's not perfectionism. That's something different. And that's why it's so important to deal with disappointment honestly. Feel it, learn from it, and then move forward without carrying that weight on you and letting it sabotage your life. Disappointment isn't the end of your story. Disappointment isn't a sign to give up. Disappointment isn't life telling you, oh, too bad, it's not for you. It's just a signal and a sign and information that something needs to shift, either in your approach or in your expectations and beliefs, or in what you're willing to tolerate, in who you are, in whatever it is for you. It's not a dead end. It's just redirecting you. Again, it's showing you where you can do better. When you master disappointment, you stop using it as proof that life doesn't work out, and you actually start using it as proof that you're alive and that it actually can work out and that you're growing and that you just need to demand more, that you're ready for more. So be better.